Alright, I'm excited to do a teardown on this dirty yet wonderful some kind of keyboard that I got off of eBay. This is interesting. Oh, it's just scratch probably. Okay. Yeah, again, let's see. What is this thing? It is a Telecomet. Let's look up in here again. 1987, made in Japan. Yeah. Let's take this thing apart and see what's in there. I think we'll start with the keycaps, which I love the colors. A few of them have windows for LEDs. Yeah, that's weird. I guess I took that F key out earlier. It looks less dusty. I gotta find my switch puller. There it is. Okay. And like I'm hoping this is micro switch Hall effect. The top kind of looked like it was, but we'll have to see when we get the case apart. There's what the keycaps look like. Double shot or not? Well, yeah, the key's dark and the font is. Wow, these are funky keys, but I love the colors. Gotta say. Look at this beautiful green seat control key, CTRL. It's gorgeous. Let's see what these things, when they get cleaned up, then we'll see what they really look like. But I'm excited about this. This color is awesome. Yeah. All right. They get stuck inside. They're actually harder to get out of the switch puller. They tend to just fit perfectly and stay in there, compared to the other ones that are, I guess, bigger, I don't know, flatter. These are kind of narrower and fairly tall, especially compared to the Weiss terminal I was just playing with a few minutes ago. Alright. That's a healthy amount of dust, or OMG, is that dust? Or is it like foam? I think it's dust, but it sure looks like giant dust bunnies. Let me hold it up and see if we can. That's some serious dust in there. Should be using my gloves, I suppose. Given how dirty this thing is, see if I can find them. Yeah. Cannot wait to see what's inside this bad boy. The case is dirty. I wonder how it'll clean up. We can see a little bit of paint gouge on the paint taken off on that side and along this edge of this part. Can't tell. This feels like metal plate and this is plastic. But then it gets scraped down, so if it's plastic, why is it? Maybe it's got to be metal too, maybe, because you can kind of see the paint off the corner there. I don't know yet. Feels plasticky. So it does. So it's weird that it looks like the paint stripped off the corner. I guess they painted the plastic, and then it was metallic color underneath the plastic. No, I'm joking, but. It's a mystery that we're going to get to the bottom of. Hopefully when it's opened up, all will be revealed. Pain in the butt to get once the switch is pulled, to get it out of the switch puller. It wants to stay in there. Yeah, and then I get that problem where my computer monitor turns off, or the screen locks on my, so I have to take my gloves off to unlock it. Okay, let's see. Interesting, there's a dot inside the O. Or the 0, I mean, for the number 0. Guess so you don't confuse it with the letter O. But it's kind of obvious because it's on the number row and it has a special character above it, like all the other numbers do, so a little bit unnecessary, in my opinion. Some of this is pretty standard, like these keys right, this key, the underscore dash and plus equals, but then you quickly get into some weird stuff. What is this up down arrow right here? Is this a nav cluster? No, here's nav cluster over here. So page up, page, I don't know what that is. Guess page up, page down maybe. Line feed carriage return. I've never, you know, in ASCII, I believe it's carriage return line feed is in it. Does it need to be in that order? I guess I would have assumed you have to have a CR before an LF, so it's a little weird to me that this says LFCR. Remnants from the old typewriter days. Line feed carriage return. Yeah. So line feed would go down, and then the carriage return would, in the typewriter days, it would move it from there back to the beginning of the line. These are some cool colored weird ones up here. Skip. And then new line. CRLF is carriage return line feed. How's that different than a new line? 0D0A /R/N is carriage return line feed. So new line is /N, so it's the same as, I don't know, man. I've never seen all three in play, so that's pretty weird to me. Might have to look up, read about that. Bell. It's so old, I was kind of expecting a real bell under here that dings when you push down. I guess it's digital, or does that mean there's a speaker in here somewhere? I guess we'll find out. Or is that transmitted through to a terminal and then the monitor has the bell in it? No idea. We will see what, maybe there's one inside, a speaker or something. Alright, let's do these. Basically what's supposed to be a function row, but it's all very specific. There's no generic F1 through F12. This is all like legit stuff. ID. Red ID. ID of what? What the heck would that be for? No idea. What's this? Oh, this is cool. You can see for the LED ones what happens. You got a bigger hole there to get the light to shine through, I guess. What's it say? It's interesting that is it faded? And it's supposed to be letter, but I can't see the L. Oh, there's the L. No, it's there. The window looks a little fuzzy. Oh. Whoa, check that out. The bottom is sort of sealed, and I guess that's that's like a little clear translucent plastic cylinder or cone that's going up to the light, to channel the light up to the shine through the window. Never seen that. That's kind of cool. This one's interesting because I guess there's a couple of these. This one's blank, this one's blank. Just those two. It's like, that's so interesting. Just an orange yellow keycap. Does look a little discolored down here compared to the upper part. It looks like, it reminds me of Legos. I'm not sure why. Maybe the yellow color. Let's see again. Does that show us that these are ABS? Because the color's definitely different, and you can feel that it's much yellower here and more orange on the outside. This red is, it's hard to tell. These are kind of gray. They look dirty more than yellow. You can't yellow red, maybe? I don't know. What happens with bromine and other colors? What does it do to them? Excuse me, it might be the dust. This is interesting. Oh yeah. This just popped out. I don't know what that is. Actually, I have one other key on one other keyboard that kind of had something similar, and I didn't understand what it was. It was more of a round black semicircle. At least the outer part was a circle, and the inner part was maybe square, but reminds me very similar. I'll have to find out what that is. I don't know. It was only on one on this other keyboard I had, so is there just one on this one, and is it special? What keycap was that? I forget. Well, it wasn't one with the window, so probably this one. Oh, another blank one, I think. What's this one say? Print. Local print. Look how the font goes all the way out to the edge. That's why it's hard to see the first letter, because it's clear out on the edge, the vertical part of the letter L. This has got to be one of the funnier ones. Here is. Anybody want to punch the here is key and see what happens? Here is. What the heck is that? WRU. Recently used. What is the W? RU could be recently used. Word recently used, maybe. This is interesting. This is flexing this metal between along this row. There's nothing stabilizing it, so it's kind of just spanning the. It's very thinner than it's not like thinner than I was expecting, I guess. SOM. SOM. No, nothing's ringing a bell on what that might be. Org 1. Org 1 and Org 2. Why does the Japanese keyboard have English letters on everything? So I guess it's made in Japan, but it was used in America or Britain or English-speaking country, I guess. DTG. What is DTG? Maybe I'll try to find a lookup of what these and find something that explains it, and I'll read it. I'll show it on the video if I can find it. EOM. We know what that is for email slang today. Would be end of message. So an email, to me, where I've seen it used is you don't want to send a body of a message, just the subject. So you actually ask your question or make a statement in the subject, and you say EOM at the end of it, so that people know they don't need to look for a body of the message because there isn't one. So I wonder what it means for what this keyboard was trying to do. Memset. Okay, this is calculator, sort of calculator functionality, but I don't see anything else, so maybe not calculator. Mem display and mem clear. I don't know. I also need to learn like why people love the XMIT for transmit. What's the history of that? I know there's an XMIT key on some keyboards. I don't know if it's IBM, old IBMs, but this one is pretty badass. XMIT enter. That's cool looking. My screen locks so often, I wish it didn't. Okay, here we go. Let me unlock my computer screen so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Clear. Again, I like this shade of blue. Let's see see if I can find one from the other side of the board. Was skip one or what's this one? New line. It's control. I think this control might have came from the other side of the board. And clear. So yeah, I'd say they're the same color. And if we flip it over, wow, look how beautiful. Look how beautiful that color is. So if we can make this look like that, wow. That's a gorgeous color. I'm excited. I hope we can give life to those colors back. Give life back to those colored keycaps. Like I said, I've seen the bromine stuff on people's. Actually, I've also heard people worry about the ones that have the windows. Like I have several keys that have some light supposed to come through the window of the keycap. I got to be careful with that because I've heard it scratches it up or wrecks it so it's not clear anymore. Better make sure I read that before if I was gonna retrograde it. But I think ultrasonic cleaner I'm not too worried about. I use Simple Green Extreme is what I, like, I don't know, 30 or 60 parts, 1/30th or 1/60th to, I think it was 1/60th ratio to the water that I have in the ultrasonic, and then it seems fairly safe to me. This is the up arrow. Let's look at the heights of the arrow keys and see if it'll be hard to tell later. Are they interchangeable, or is it left and right? Are they sloped? You know, we'll get a good look at them. There's so many different colors. This one's like butterscotch. Oh, but on the underside it's not. This one's trippy. It's kind of gray or beige, and then in the bottom of it you can see, I guess, black for the word del line, but then brown on the outside. So what does that mean? I don't know. It's like 3 different colors. So this is the left arrow. So we'll put that there. There's home. And here's the right arrow. Insert care. Here's the down arrow. Delete character. Let's take a look at these arrow keys. If I turn them all on their sides, does that tell us anything? They appear to be the same height to me. Yeah. I'm not sure I'd be able to tell. So this one's up. If I rotate the left one, do they look identical? Hard to say. They kind of all look identical to me, but whatever. If it's that close, maybe we won't notice, or if it's obvious, we'll figure it out when we put it back together. We'll fix it. We'll notice. Something will feel not quite right, and it will tell us. Oh, this was easy to come off. No, I was expecting maybe a stabilizer. Yeah, look, they actually kind of have room for something special or funky here, but they didn't do it. They only used one. Let's see what they did with shift. Solo. In a 3. I wonder if they could put 3 of them that close together and it would work. But apparently they chose not to, even though the caps. Oh, this one's interesting. It's got just 1 in it, where the other one had 3. Not sure why they decide which way. My screen says it locked every 5 minutes, but I guess it feels faster to me. But I guess that's 5 minutes going by. Okay, a couple more, and then man, I don't know about that dirt. I'm just gonna dump it out because there's a lot. I guess I'm gonna be tipping it over to unscrew things, and they don't come out onto my mat here. I think I'll move the keycaps first, put them in a bag so that we don't lose track of them. Now we got a space bar. Those can be awkward because of the stabilizer. Let's see if we can peek in there and see what's going on. Yeah, I think I'll leave that till we get the lid off, because I can't tell what's going on. Yeah, let's put the keycaps in a bag. Take my glove off just to open the bag, and then I'll probably put it back on for them dirty caps. Okay. Let us scoop up the caps. Don't forget about this little guy. That's exciting. I forget. I guess the video would show me what key. I remember it being the second no lettering keycap that had it. I'm not sure why though. This kind of reminds you of Lego bricks, doesn't it? Kind of. I wonder if Japan licensed it from. Where's Lego from? Netherlands or something? Headquarters? I don't know. That would be funny if Lego somehow had its origins in keycap making. This keycap, this set's so colorful. It feels like it could have been made by them. Okay, here's a staple that came from somewhere. Don't know where. Okay. Well, let's tip this over and we'll see how much dust we're gonna get. Oh, I was missing one keycap. That's kind of my fear in doing all this, is that all it takes is misplacing one something and then you're like, your perfect set isn't perfect anymore. It's hard to stay organized. Let's just say. Okay, we got a couple big screws, and in the feet we have 4 smaller ones. Let's start with my bigger screwdriver and see if we can get these guys out. Hopefully I didn't just smash the keys, the switches badly right there. It's exciting. I can't wait to see what's in here. Still not out? Is it that long? Might be. Still coming. This thing has a magnet to lift it once it's clear. It looks like I can see a washer. Wow. Still coming. Have you ever seen a keyboard screw this long, anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? Wow, look at that. It's crazy. Winner of longest keyboard screw that I've ever seen. Imagine this one is the same. Maybe not. Feels like it's done, but no. It probably is the same length, I guess. But it is recessed more than the other one, so doesn't have this cutout is recessed anyways. It's still going. No, it doesn't feel like it's still going, but I can't lift it out. There we go. Oh yeah. And a washer on that one as well. A tolly and a shorty. I think I'll have the record for the world's slowest, most boring videos. But you never know, sometimes this might help someone that's wanting to see what a board has inside it, and maybe they're thinking about buying one, and they can zing through this video to the right spot and see a picture of what they're looking for, and you know, or how they would do things better on cleaning and taking things apart. These are some interesting screws, let me tell you. The feet. Oh. Maybe I'm supposed to leave them in there. Let's see if I can unscrew this. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh. Well, let's just take the feet off. Oh, they're kind of glued in there. I could leave them on. No, but I want to clean things, so I'm choosing to break the seal, probably some glue or whatever, so that I can maybe clean this case without having to worry about those being attached at the time. If I want to clean them separately, I can take them apart and do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, so here's the feet. Chose to leave the screw in there for now. Well, there's nothing really holding this on, I don't think. Shall we take it off? Let's see if we can gently... Oh, okay. Okay, first thing is this is attached. So can I tilt it up without breaking stuff? Oh, don't break things. Okay, so I'm just trying to get out that one screw. Let's see if I can set it down gently and try to... Oh, something's rolling around in there. I'll get... Where is it? Oh, it's like a nut, a tiny nut. And actually I can see the nuts on the other part of the case, so I'll look at those right away when we get in here. But first I'm trying to get a screwdriver on that one right there. Maybe if I turn it sideways we can get at it. Yeah. Okay, this is one of the nuts that came out. It was in this corner. But right now I'm just trying to get at this so we can get the cable detached. So a washer and a tiny screw should let us get that out. I'm going to take the plastic off of this. It's a little dented right there, but probably from where it bends around the case. But so this goes around the fatty part. Oh, it's actually squeezed it too. Just your standard thing to screw it down, I guess. And then that's not going anywhere. But we can now treat this unit separately. Let's set it aside for a second and let's look at what am I scraping out here that's metallic? Anything? Okay. Well, oh, must be, we're missing one of these. I found one, so I have one. The other one must be floating around here somewhere. Yep, here it is, good. So we'll save that. And then we'll try to get these other two out without... I wonder how I'm supposed to... I guess I would take the screws that... No, it wasn't that one, but... Is there a screw that could grab a hold of that and pull it out of there? Guess I gotta learn how to get those out because I don't want it falling out later. I suppose I can try to be a little forceful with it. Oh, it's saying the feet were in there, so the feet were coming down from the top. Let's see if one of them can pull it out. By screwing it in for a second. Oh, there we go. Cool trick, huh? Let's try it with this one. Just gotta get it started. Not It's not threading. Come on. There you go. We got him. So there's 4 little guys. Gotta unlock my computer screen again. So, do we have any words in here? Kind of a little bit on this one side, but I see a letter or two, and maybe a date or something. No, just a number. I guess it's a VO and an 810, or don't know what that means. This is plastic. Okay, setting aside the bottom of the terminal for now. Now let's take a look at this bad boy. I hope everything doesn't fall out when let's see what we can do here. I think we can get rid of the keyboard cable first. Oh, I have to go out, huh? Oh, yeah, there we go. Just ejects it. Sweet. So I'm gonna set this aside. Oh, wonder what this does. Oh, I can feel it. Is it pushing this one when I wonder what that's for? And then why this is dangling out here. Are you gonna ground it? That's just strange. It's on the outer end of it. Pretty fascinating. Okay. We got some words here. What do we got on the circuit board? It says NIFCO EKB 2005050. There's something over here by my thumb. What's that say? E46819CS3355. Not seeing any other wording or letters. This part's a little awkward because it's soldered to the board. Oh, so I just need to make sure let me unscrew that first. And it's still Phillips, I guess. That one looks like it's almost stripped though. Or not. It actually looks like hex or something, but let's see if I can get it with this one. I don't think so. Well, I got some hex stuff. Let's see if I can bust out one of the larger ones. I actually have a bike set, but I bought some newer individual ones, so I'm going to see if those work. Like this. I'm not convinced it's any of these, but small is the biggest one. Let's start with that. Alright, let's see. Kind of doubt it, but well, this is too big for the hole for one thing. It's also star shaped, but that looks like, kind of just looks like a stripped, semi-stripped Phillips. I have a smaller Phillips. Let's see if that does any better than the big Phillips. Yeah, it just gets swallowed up by the hole, so it's not actually not doing anything. So the bigger one has a better chance at it, but oh, actually it's loose. It did work, I just didn't go far enough. Come on. Get out of there. Well, I think we can solve it later because we can undo these four and they'll still be attached. And then we can deal with it. So let's get these done first. All right. One corner, two corner. Come on. Time to enable my screen again and get a drink of water. Okay, let's do these two. There's three, and here's the fourth. So what have we done? What's going to come falling out? This bracket is loose, so it literally just comes off. So it holds, it clamps the steel plate on. So this is good because the steel plate's not coming off. I don't know. Oh, here's some. Oh, it's got some posts. I'll look at those in a second. Is this one the same? I feel like it should be, but oh, that one screw's holding it on there, I guess. So this is the only screw left holding it on there, and then what do we got here? We got some felt covering this stuff. Here's we were wondering about the bell. Well, there's your answer. That looks like a speaker that the bell would trigger. I don't know if I'm correct, but it seems logical. What else we got? What are these things? What are they? They might be the micro switch lows. I haven't looked to see how you take them out or how you clean them, but or whether they're soldered or like they literally soldered to this, and so I'm not going to be cleaning them that way, or actually I'll have to read about it. What else do we want to take? This, I think I'd like to take this off because then it'll, I don't know, I guess it doesn't help that much, but what is it going to do to, yeah, I guess this plate is soldered onto the, yeah, these things are soldered on. So I'll have to read about them, like I said, but let's see if we can get that one screw undone. What's this, what's holding this in here? I guess these four are holding that steel plate on there. We don't really want to take it off, do we? Let's look at that first. So this steel plate is held on how? Because this corner's kind of lifting a little with some slight pressure. Is that affected by this at all? I don't think so. It's kind of painted on there, but I don't know whether I want to take it off or clean it or just clean it as a whole. I guess cleaning it as a whole is just fine. Show is dirty though. Oh, look at this. Pencil holder. No, I don't know. Could be. Attractive design, huh? Look at that. Interesting. Set that aside. back to this guy. We have one screw here that we're trying to get rid of, but I cannot tell what it is. If it's just a stripped, I think it's saying I need to go bigger on my unscrewing. What is this one? 2 or? Yeah, I don't know. I gotta find the next notch up though. I'm gonna pause the video and try to find that. I'll be back. Okay. Found another one in the garage that's bigger. Let's see if I can pry this thing open with it. And the answer is yes. Here's yet another special screw and washer. Let's get a look at it so we don't forget which one that was. It's the shortest. Like there's another short one that we did very early on that looks shorter, or looks longer. Okay, yeah, so another part came off that we, just like the other side. Now what? Does that do anything different with this board? No. Can we see what's going on underneath it? Look at this. I still feel like it's micro switch, but I would have thought like these don't look like they line up with these. They look like skewed. It looks like these are to the right of a little bit of, so I don't get why that would work, but or what's, yeah, or you know, if something's soldered to the bottom, it's these pieces are, but it feels like these probably should be able to come off. I'm gonna research before doing it, but let's see, what do we got? There's some wording there. Let's see if we can pick out the wording. Again, NIFCO part number, and the serial number. N8737084 is the serial number. NIFCO Inc. I want to look that up. What is this stuff? Strange. Oh, that's part of the metal board. Oh, well, what were these on? I guess this is strange. These cylindrical plastic. It's a filler because the plate's metal. And then all of a sudden you get to this plasticky stuff. Is there some, I don't know, strange, but cool. Well, we got some research to do before we go any further. I could, I guess, vacuum out to clean up a little bit. Might as well do that. I got my ESD brush and my Eureka vacuum cleaner. Let me plug the, actually let's work on this space bar first. So, actually if we peek under there, it kind of just looks straightforward, like it's just 3 of those switches. So now that we can reach from the side, I might be able to wiggle them off without too much trouble. In fact, 2 of them are off, but the one is, there we go. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Wow, look at that stabilizer. That's wicked cool. That's awesome. Look at this stabilizer, guys and gals. There's so many different ways to do it. So those are on the sides. And, I mean, I suppose I could lift this up. Lift up that, take it out, so I slid that out. Now I suppose I can, I don't want to lose these guys, but I think they would fall out, so I'm going to tip them upside down. Sure enough. So those fell out. And they would go back in there later if we want them to. Funky, cool stabilizer, huh? It's going to go through the layers of that and sandwich this so that it can, kind of cool. All right. Save those, save this keycap, black space bar. Wicked cool. What else? This is pretty permanent. So, oh yeah, we're gonna clean up. So, let me put a couple of these things in bags so that we don't lose them. Before we go sucking things up with a vacuum cleaner, I wouldn't be too good with it. So, I usually just put like screws in like things. So these four were the same with their washers. So there's those ones. This was the keyboard one, and I believe it went with this one. So I'm going to put those in a bag together. Okay, we'll do this. The stabilizer's not going to fit by itself, but the two little, if I remember, these two little guys will just be chilling by themselves, I guess. And then we had the one that was kind of grounding to the metal. From the middle. What was it doing actually? It was here. It was some kind of ground for the keyboard case. Well, that's this one. So, and what else we got? We got the four little nuts that were embedded in the bottom case, plastic case. There they are. And the outer part of the case had two, a long and a half as long. You know, the longest one I've ever seen in a case. And the other one, but I'll put it with it, even though it's, yeah, because they both were about taking the case, separating the top and bottom case. Then I got these feet, so, oh, and I got these and this. I guess I'll use a bigger one for those. So we'll put the feet in there, we'll put these two guys in there, and that stabilizer in there. Uh-oh, looks like something's broke, sadly. Let's see if I can spot it offhand. And it looks like it was this right here, which, oh yeah, that's half of what, oh, this is broken too. That was probably me being not gentle enough, but shoot. So these are probably interchangeable, but when you put them in here, then all of a sudden it means you have to use this side for a stabilizer and this side. So I guess if I took these out, then I could swap the sides, and then this would be here, because this one's broken too, basically. So I'm not going to even pretend like it's toast, so we'll take it off. Yeah, so we got those brokey problems for holding it down. That was my fault again, not being live and learn. I knew I should be a little more cautious going into it, but man, I just forgot in the heat of the moment, I guess. So actually I think I can put all this in one bag, and I'll label it as the Telex, or whatever this thing is called, something from Japan. Key colors are gorgeous. Now we can, I think, get on with the cleaning if this isn't going anywhere. It's not, okay. So let me, because we're going to be vacuuming and I don't want to like lose any, suction up anything that's important. But, okay, let me plug in the vacuum cleaner. Where's the cord? I'll set this back, my power cord back on the floor, and feed this through. Okay. Alright, we got the vacuum cleaner. Now we need the ESD brush. Got lots of those. If I can just find one. Okay. Let us see what we got here. Oh, my gloves are already getting dirty. Cool. Instead of my hands. So this will be loud, but we're trying to clean this, just the initial easy layer of dust off of here, so bear with me. A little bit, I suppose. Yeah. Well, next is figuring out what kind of switches these are and whether it's safe to take them off and clean them further. I hope so. Hope I didn't get any junk in there when I was, maybe I got some inside the sliders if I accidentally bumped one. I noticed while I was doing it that we have rust, right? So there's definitely some bad rust problems down here on the plate. So I would like to get everything taken off so that we can deal with that. So that won't be good long term. So I'd love to get these separated from the plate. So I can only imagine eventually we'll be desoldering, but I've never seen, I don't know, this is pretty fancy board. I don't know what my goals are. Like maybe, I guess I dream that, like any of these boards, you could probably figure out how the circuitry is flowing to the cable and put some modern equivalent in the middle to make it tell USB what to do. How cool would it be though to push the bell button and have this thing make a nice little noise, whatever it can. I wonder what kind of sounds it can make. It's fascinating. Maybe I got it all wrong. Maybe it's not even a speaker, but it looks like a speaker to me. Maybe I can look it up later. What does this say on there? 6224. Wonder if I did a Google of 6224 and speaker, if I'd get... Oh, don't tear the thing. Come on. Be gentle. Wrecking my own prized possession. Yeah, this is cool, man. I like it. Well, I'm gonna vacuum up that, but in general, yeah, we did some teardown and we can see what's in there, and now I want to know more. The sliders, the stabilizer on the spacebar was fascinating too, and I broke it, so we'll have to, if we could swap sides, that'll fix that. All right, that's enough for now. Bye-bye.